Alright, so for today, I got something just a little bit different. It's not a gun, it's not a gas mask. This, I'll be talking about my challenge coin collection. I know, it's gonna be a little bit dumb. Like, I'm usually not too big on moto stuff, but I was talking with some of the boys and figured, talk about some good memories, show off my coins, make a new video. So, I know I'm missing some. I've moved like 3 or 4 times since I've gotten back to Colorado and gotten out of the Marines. But, yeah, these are the ones I have right now. First one I would say, yeah, chronologically, it'd probably be, yeah, this one right here. Good old Mush 2 right there. So a little bit of background. Yeah, Marines, obviously. I went in as a CBRN Marine, so Chem Bio Rad Nuke. You know, that's why I have the gas masks, or why I think it's cool. I like talking about like Chernobyl, nuclear war, all that fun stuff. But anyways, went to training Fort Leonard Wood. Met some boys there. Good old Clement Petty, my homie. Yeah, met a few people there, good guys, but I didn't get any coins there because it's an army base. So yeah, anyways, back to Mush 2. It was the first unit that I went to when I first got to the fleet. I met a lot of good guys there. My good old Corporal Moose, who I still see every now and then. He's a good dude. Bit of an ass though, and he knows it. But anyways, yeah, he was the guy who picked me up. Met a couple other guys there. My homie Burton. Yeah, it was a good time while I was there. Unfortunately, I was married at that point, which was a wild experience, being 23 and living out of state for the first time in your life. But yeah, a lot happened. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things. Overall, I kind of missed the base. Cherry Point's pretty good quality. Chow Hall could use some work. But it was a good place to go run, go mountain biking. I liked it much better than Lejeune. The actual Seaburn unit there was cool because the chamber is just right there next to our office. So you can go there, do a CS gas chamber, do annual training. Don't have to go anywhere, don't have to worry about special equipment. Nice and easy, and get a lot of practice. Also did a lot of hazmat training there. Just basic certification. But basically getting in big old Monsters Inc. level A suits and going out, sealing up chlorine tanks. What else do we do? Yeah, water tanks, acetylene. It's basically a good old time. You have the, what they call it, is a sentinel, or the dead man alarm for the old SCBAs, self-contained breathing apparatus. So yeah, you get in that suit, you get in the SCBA, you have the sentinel there, that it rings, air starts beeping. If you were to go down for whatever reason, kind of alert people to your position. But yeah, did a lot of training with those screening my ear for about an hour. About an hour at a time. Very hot, very humid. I do not miss North Carolina too much. Other than that, that was my time at Camp Lejeune. It was, as far as my first foray into the actual Marine Corps, it was a good intro. Let's see, what do I got next? Alright, so from my actual deployment, went on ship, toured around back in 2017. I'm not really sure what's classified or unclassified, but just generically floated around the Middle East, Red Sea, all that fun stuff. Deployed to a couple areas. This first one here is good old Camp Arifjan. A little hard to see on the camera I got here. But yeah, Kuwait. I really thought it was interesting flying into Kuwait City itself. It's beautiful from the air. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to actually explore the city, but I wanted to. I know it's pretty lively there, and I do appreciate, like, it's surprising coming from a Western perspective and, you know, seeing, you know, industry and all this other stuff that you don't get being an American young adult. Just a lot of stereotypes were broken. Camp Arifjan itself was pretty cool though. I mean, they got a pool. They got probably the second best chow hall I've been to. A lot of food. It's a dry place, obviously, but you know, you can go with alcohol for a little bit. Did a lot of good work there. Counted a lot of suits. did a lot of good inventory. The Chief Warrant Officer there, he's a good guy, really respect him. He was there, and what I really appreciate about him is that he was out there working in the hot hangar with a bunch of howitzers around us, and he was actually getting into the crap with us. So I really give a lot of respect to him. I don't want to call him out to here because I don't want him to get called out through YouTube, but love the dude. What else? So yeah, I did Kuwait for a little bit and kind of bounced around there. Next one is Ali Al-Salim. Really gotta get better lighting. But Ali Al-Salim was a cool place. Been through there a few times. Worst plane ride of my life. Had a 16-hour straight flight sitting in a chair that you couldn't move around in on. Tried to get sleep, couldn't. So for about half an hour of total sleep, sitting on a giant C-17, unable to move, it was pretty miserable. And obviously no phones, because OPSEC, and who are you going to call anyway? Yep, I think right after that I got this one right here, a good old Corporal badge. Got promoted right next to Pile Trash, which I felt like was appropriate. Yeah, I was really looking forward to picking up NCO. I didn't really know what it meant until I actually got to another unit, but it was kind of cool. I was one of the last guys on my deployment to pick up, so kind of having that status finally felt really good. Yeah. Let's see. Next one I got here is Africa Command. It's not really a challenge coin, but it was the only thing I could find. Djibouti, Africa. Now that is the best travel hall I've ever been to. Good old Air Force bases. They'll definitely take care of you. Been through there, pretty much any time. What else? Yeah, Djibouti, Africa. I know when I was there, they had like a 5K going on, which is insane to me, which is why they did it at like 8 at night. But I did not participate, thankfully. What do I got? This was the funniest one I got. This is good old Donnie Trump. I'm not a huge supporter of him. Like, honestly, he's about like 50-50 president in my opinion. I do not like his opponents, but that's about all I'll say on that matter in this video. But I thought it was funny. It was right after he had his inauguration speech. Of all the coins to find, I found that one inside an army base. Yeah, I think that was Camp Azerbaijan too. Second time I went through. But on the back it says, or on the front, it says it's going to be huge. Very appropriate. Next up, I have the 2MEF challenge coin. So kind of the turn of events is that I went to Cherry Point. I got picked up for a deployment completely by surprise in November, thereabouts. So within a day I had to go transfer over to Camp Lejeune and go on the MEU, 24th MEU. And this all happened basically overnight. It was pretty miserable, and honestly, Cherry Point kind of just dropped me entirely. I lost pretty much every ounce of support, all my friends, except like Burton. So that was pretty frustrating, especially because I didn't own a house. I was renting a house, townhome, just off Cherry Point too. So yeah, it took off, kind of attached to the MEU, which honestly I was better off at that point, and started going through my divorce. But anyways, I think I was a lot better off in total, because I know there's a lot of people who never really did anything while they were in, never went anywhere, and I don't think that's the way to go if you're going to, be involved. But overall, with the deployment, did a lot of cool stuff, did a lot of cool training. Went to a forensics lab, well deployed, and got to see how people kind of analyze bombs and fingerprints, other ballistic analyses. It's not really something I really care to look into more, but it was cool while I was there. Um, yeah, that's more EOD based rather than CBRN. But did a training event again in a level A in 120-degree weather and direct sunlight. That was a fun time. Had one boy almost pass out. Honestly, he could have handled it, but he was being a dummy. Let's see, what else can I say? Anyways, going back to TUMF. So I got off my deployment, and I tried to go back to Cherry Point. Cherry Point pretty much told me to go screw myself, and tried to give me a big old speech on why I couldn't go back to that unit, despite the fact that I left all my friends behind there. But anyways, I got sent to, what's it called? MLG, 2nd MLG, which if I ever do military again, I never want to go to a logistics company, battalion, regiment, whatever. So I went to headquarters for them, and it was a pretty miserable unit. One of my buddies, Hugh Longhorn, was there. He was a good guy. We went through a lot of the same crap together. But yeah, he's not around anymore. Have a little bit of guilt regarding that. But yeah, I know that unit, and it was not good for him. There was a lot of alcohol-related incidents, a lot of people getting in trouble, a lot of people doing stupid crap, and not a lot of support from higher up. But I always expected to be a Marine 24/7, right? That's the most important thing, not people's lives or how they're doing. So going on with that, that's kind of where I first got my real leap into leadership. Led a few guys there, got some junior Marines of my own. I talk more about them. They're a lot of good people. Honestly, if they were at a better unit, I know they would have enjoyed the Marines. They're experienced a lot more. I know, trying to think of what to say without giving away too much about them, because I can talk about my identity all day, but I don't want to talk about them too much. I know one dude, he goes on, he said a lot of wild things. Sorry about that. Keep going with me. But anyways, it was a good experience actually getting to lead those guys and kind of showing them, the good things, the bad things about the Marine Corps. I wouldn't say I was the best leader, NCO, picking up corporal, especially I was overweight at that point, and I really didn't care. Like, I stopped caring about the Marine Corps because, why would I? I started going to college at that point, which I highly recommend for anybody who's still in. I think I paid a total of like $300 or $400 for my associate's degree out of pocket. The rest of the Marine Corps pretty much all paid for. So yeah, if you're in, I highly recommend doing it. Craven, $72 per credit hour. But I did try to lead them. I kind of wish I did a better job. But, they were good people. I really do wish the best for them. Other than that, that's really all I think I can talk about at this point. Other than that, I'm just really rambling. Camp Lejeune is an okay place. Like, I really hated that you have to drive 15 miles off base just to go to, like, Walmart or get any kind of food that isn't Chow Hall or Subway or, fat kid stuff. I also hated always being on point. Marine 24/7, blah, 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 all that crap. But, sometimes I just want to, not have to wear jeans and a belt no matter where I go, even though that's what adults do, but still. I don't like being told what to do, especially when it relates to your private life. There were a lot of cool things there. I know one of the last weeks I was there, I went on the handgun range with Buddy Smith. He kind of showed me. Honestly, I never fired a pistol at that point. Pretty good with a rifle, but don't really do too much with handguns. So that was a good opportunity. They did have like mountain biking, all that kind of exploring stuff. The back area where they have like tank trails and all that stuff. Pretty cool if you're into the outdoors. But overall, I kind of hated it there. Barracks life is not the best life. Although I guess it is what you make of it, but you got no friends left, and you can't be super buddy with your junior Marines and the people in your unit, and pretty much being the only unmarried corporal at that point. Yeah, it sucks. But I guess on the ending note, it is what you make of it. My deployment I would highly recommend for everybody, and that's not even being like Seaburn, like being able to go do your actual job. Alright, I wish I could do my actual job. But anyways, being able to do what you were trained for and kind of using that, getting to see new experiences, go party up in Spain, go tour all the way around there. Highly recommend. So, some closing words. I did want to give a couple shout outs to some of the guys I do still keep in contact with. Rincon, I know we had our trouble in the past, but you're a really good homie. I wish you luck doing your welding thing. And I know you're going to do pretty good with that. Moose, probably going to get drunk sometime. Look forward to it. Fields, I know you made things pretty fun. I miss hanging out with you. I miss having your kind of humor and insight on things, being around, especially the whole libertarian kind of crap. Always got to give you crap for that. But yeah, I would wish you well, you and Azadi. Baez, I'm not sure if, regardless of how you think of me, dude, I have a lot of respect for you, especially since you were one of the youngest on the deployment, and I think you've become a pretty good leader at this point, and I know you take care of the guys under your command, so keep that up, and I wish you well. Save some Al Pastor for me. And Flax. I know your sheep shearing face ain't gonna be seeing this, but yeah, come visit me sometime. I really enjoyed coming out for your wedding. It was pretty wild doing some hood rat crap out in the back farmlands. But we got to do it again sometime. Okay.